Good morning, students. I hope you are doing well at home. So, as you know, we were doing Human Eye and the Colorful World, that is chapter number 2 of physics. And in this, we have covered the structure of the human eye and power of accommodation. And in power accommodation, we have learned that the near point for a normal eye is 25 centimeter and the far point for a normal eye is infinity. So, in continuation with that, today's topic will be defects of vision and their correction. Each and every year, this topic is being asked by the board. If one of the paper contains, if one of the set contains the myopia, then the another set will containing the hypermetropia. So this topic is very much important, and this topic is coming in 5 marks. That includes the definition, causes, and the correction. Either this question can come in 3 marks or it can come in the as a long question 5 marks. So this is one of the important topic. So we will start now. There are 3 different types of vision which we have to study. First one is myopia. The another name of the myopia is short sightedness or nearsightedness. You can remember this thing, that if the defect is myopia, its another name is short sightedness. So in this defect we can see the nearby or short object clearly or nearby objects clearly, but we cannot see the far objects. So this is the definition of the myopia: a human eye which can see the near objects clearly but unable to see the far objects clearly. Whatever the name of the defect is, in this, that eye, the defected eye can see that type of the objects. Like in this, the name of the myopia, another name of the myopia is nearsightedness. So in this, the human eye can see near objects clearly but cannot see the far objects. So that this defect is known as myopia. Now what are the causes of this defect? The causes can be elongation of the eyeball and excessive curvature of the cornea. Now elongation of the eyeball, that means the size of the eye becomes large. When the size of the eye becomes large or the eyeball becomes large, then what will happen? The rays for a normal eye that reaches the retina, that will converge before the retina. So this can be due to the elongation of the eyeball. And the same is happening in the case of the excessive curvature of the cornea. That means the power of the lens becomes high. So that will it will convert the rays of light before the retina. This is the normal eye. This is the defected eye, myopia, with the cause myopia. And this is the correction. How we can correct the myopia? By adding or by wearing a glass that is known as concave lens. By wearing the concave lens, we can correct this defect, because concave lens can diverge the rays of light. This concave lens is actually diverging the rays of light which are coming from the object. In this manner, what is happening? The rays which are converging before the retina are now reaching the retina. So we can see that object now. Okay. The second type of the defect is hypermetropia, or another name of the hypermetropia is long sightedness or far sightedness. Now as I told you, in this defect the name is long sightedness or far sightedness. So the human eye can see the far objects clearly but cannot see the nearby objects clearly. So the definition is human eye which can see far objects clearly but cannot see the near objects clearly is said to be suffered with a defect known as hypermetropia. What are the causes of this effect? The causes of this defect contains when there is an increase in the focal length of the eye lens. That means the focal length increases, the lens becomes thin, then the rays of light will go beyond the retina. Or the second cause is the size of the eyeball becomes too small. That means the eyeball shrinks. When the eyeball shrinks, then also the rays of light which are coming from the object will go beyond the retina. You can see in the diagram that in this defect the rays of light are not converging at the retina, they are going beyond the retina. Okay, so this is the normal eye. And how we can correct? Now the rays of light are going beyond the retina, so we need to converge these lights so that the rays of light will converge at this retina. So for that, converging lens will be used. That means we will use a convex lens, okay, to for the correction of the hypermetropy. Now the third type of the defect is presbyopia. This defect generally comes at an old age. And what happens in this defect? A human eye which cannot see the nearby objects as well as far off objects clearly is said to be suffered from the defect which is known as presbyopia. Now, what are the causes of presbyopia? It happens due to the aging of a person. When the another cause will be weakening of the ciliary muscles. You know very well that we have studied in the power of accommodation that ciliary muscles actually adjust the focal length of the eye lens by relaxing or contracting. So when the ciliary muscles becomes weak, that means they are not able to adjust the focal length of the eye lens, and therefore the object cannot see the far off objects and the nearby objects clearly. Another reason for this defect is due to the decrease in the flexibility of the eye lens. Now as the person aging, then the flexibility of the eye lens becomes less. That means the eye lens start to become hard. So due to this, there will be a decrease in the flexibility of the eye lens. So the eye lens cannot adjust as it is in the case of the normal eye. Now this defect can be corrected by using a bifocal lens. Bifocal lens means it is the mixture of two lenses, you can say. This is a bifocal lens in which one of the upper part is having the concave lens and the lower part is having the convex lens. Concave lens is used to see the far off objects, and convex lens we are using to see the nearby objects. I hope you have understood the concept very well. Thank you and have a nice day.